The recent Israel-Iran conflict has sent shockwaves around the globe, elevating the world's pulse as tensions rise. This is not a random spark in the dark, but the culmination of a series of events that have been simmering beneath the surface. In the summer of 2022, Lebanon and Israel, despite being officially at war, engaged in talks to settle a border dispute over the gas-rich Karish field in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. The United States proposed a compromise solution, aiming to allow both parties to exploit the region's resources without legal obstacles or military threats. However, the undercurrents of conflict were not fully quelled. Fast forward to February 2023. Israel made a critical decision not to arm Ukraine in its conflict with Russia, despite global pressure. This was a strategic move, influenced by Israel's complex relationship with Russia that allowed them to carry out operations in Syria, targeting Iran-linked assets. Israel chose to prioritize its own interest and relationships in the region, refraining from providing direct, lethal military aid to Ukraine. As the dynamics on the world stage continued to shift, the relationship between Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Russian President Vladimir Putin began to cool. Israel, which had historically maintained neutrality in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, was now re-evaluating its stance due to Russia's involvement in Syria and Ukraine's request for military aid. Then, the unthinkable happened. An attack on Iran was likened to a declaration of war by the Israeli president. While Israel emphasized that it was not seeking conflict, it was clear that they were ready to take necessary measures to protect their people. In review, the recent Israel-Iran conflict did not occur in a vacuum. It was a product of a series of events that began with a border dispute over a gas-rich field, followed by Israel's strategic decision not to arm Ukraine, and Israel's re-evaluation of its diplomatic relationships. The final straw was an attack which was seen as a declaration of war by the Israeli president. These are indeed complex times, where every decision can have far-reaching consequences. As the world watches closely, it remains to be seen how this conflict will unfold and the impact it will have on global politics and security.